I'm standing in a 24-inch door right now, and this is not an uncommon environmental piece in a house. The smaller the house, the poorer the area, the more common these entries are. I'm also standing in a 24-inch door connecting two rooms and dumping out into a long hall. So stuff like this, it happens. It's not unique, and the need to clear very narrow entries that lead into open spaces, it's something that, well, that we need to know how to do and we need to be able to do. Now with a standard rifle, this is going to be something that is very, very cramped, right? You're gonna have to go like a high muzzle and get through, fully expose yourself before you can bring that gun out. Even if you're looking at a short-barreled rifle. So you've got your SBR, small as can be, right? 7.5-inch 300 black build with the stock all the way collapsed down. Well, so you guys know, this is a 7.5-inch 300 black build, but this has a short tube. Bare tube, short tube. If I put a bracer stock on this, it wouldn't really be functional to shoulder anyway. So I can't do that, but what I get is this extra room right here. If I had a standard size tube on this, it'd be an extra 2 inches long, and the collapsed stock with the pad on the end of it, that's gonna be another 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch. Adding almost 3 inches here, it's not gonna fit through this door. Now, this is a criteria that I look for in all of my cheek pistol concepts, because this is an issue for me. You don't always need to come around a corner like this with muzzle up, right? But sometimes you do. And here's an example of where short stocking would not be your best bet, because if I come through this short stocked and I am deliberately slicing this pie, I see my whatever sneaker, elbow, hand with a gun in it. I want to be able to immediately enter as soon as I become visible to whatever or present myself to that new environment. I want to have my ion optic ready to fire. I cannot do that if I have anything longer than this, especially with a toe of the stock getting in the way. So short stocking, you're coming around here, and with short stocked index fire sighting down the rail, well, you could make hits at across the room distance, but this right here opens up into a long hall. And with this long hall, if I come around here, spot that, I may need to make a 10-15 yard shot on a partially occluded target from this entry. Sure, I could just run in there and get at it, but that's less ideal than being able to be a little sneaky. And with this gun set up so that I can cheek off of the tube and forward of the charging handle off of the receiver with this forward mounted optic, I gain some capability. So I'll show you here. I'm coming around here. I see my shoulder, elbow, and I decide it's a bad guy elbow because it's got a, right, maybe it has a AK stock, whatever. I have my muzzle averted, but now I've determined that this is likely a threat. I do not want to come around this corner muzzle averted if I can come around this corner muzzle on. So it's very easy for me to look at the target, put the dot on the door frame where the target is occluded, and do my pop through. Can you do that with a short stock gun? Not precisely. You would have to come up all the way through and then snap over, much more exposure. And you could do that with a long gun, but again, even more exposure. No sneaky presentation there. So this size gun with this bare tube and the ability to cheek on the bare tube and on the receiver, these are the environments where this shines, and it can do stuff that no other platform can. Now, the smaller these cheek pistols get, the more fluid the motion can be as you're coming around. If this is a something like a CP33 size, I'm sacrificing caliber, but all of a sudden, these types of entries are cake. There's no way I'm gonna bang on any of these doors, scrape on anything, make any noise. I can very quietly, very sneakily pie that corner and near guarantee that I will be the first person with eyes on target. Take a look at these corners, pushing some stuff here, and you can see how this flows through smaller, cramped space, complex environments. I'll be coming through this 30-inch door on the right here. You'll see me lead with my eye, so I will see the camera the exact same time the lens sees me. I can make the decision to shoot and bring that muzzle up right here, and I'm already making shots on. So before anything comes through that door, I'm already eye on optic making precise shots. Same thing with this hard corner right here, breaking through. You see the head and gun lead first. I can make shots right there, make the decision, and pop through. You can see the transition right there. A lot easier to do a side transition with these guns with no toe of the stock to catch on gear and a short tube to swing around the face. So this is a support side, still making that entry really easily on the ejection port side of the gun there. On the tube, able to flow pretty seamlessly up these stairs. Because the gun is married to my head, the optic is married to my eye, so anywhere I look, I can really easily put a gun on that, don't have to worry about issues with the stock. Now, in an open environment where you have the ability to shoulder a gun, there is some advantage, but the advantage is far less than you might think. This is a gun for close quarters. It excels in these small spaces more so than just a short gun. It is the manner in which you take a cheek weld and shorten the firing platform that is more significant.